So what is home for you?
Home is where you feel the most comfortable.
What is the difference between your house and your home?
A house is where you keep your stuff, and a home is where you feel at peace.
Did you travel a lot?
Yeah, I've traveled a lot into Europe, South America, and North America.
How did you manage to feel at home when you were in these countries?
By maintaining an open heart.
My story starts in my room, in my house in Quebec. I have a shelter, friends, an education, and a good family. People always told me to be grateful for what I have because children in Africa don't have those things, but I wanted to see it for myself, so I decided to change rooms. I went to Tanzania for a month and stayed with a host family. When I got there, they showed me the room I would stay in. The sheets were a little bit moist and I could smell the bathroom through the wall. The mood was very cold and things felt unsanitary. I did not feel at home. I was alone in this country and I started to miss my family. As I was lying in that new room, I was thinking that things would be so much easier if a family member or a close friend was there with me. I then realized that two things that I always had and did not have anymore were very important. One, to have at least one person that you know and trust with you, like a family member. Two, to have a place or a space where you feel safe and comfortable, where you feel at home. During my stay in Tanzania, I visited a school. The children were so happy and excited to see us. I then met some orphans who were staying at that school because their orphanage isn't built yet. When we arrived, they did not smile. I saw the small beds that they were sharing. The floor was cold and cracked, and the paint on the wall was coming off. These orphans had no kind of parental figure, and their living conditions were so much worse than what I had experienced. Towards the end of my trip, my host family put me in a new room. This one was warmer, and the curtains created a kind of orange and pink atmosphere. I even had a wooden dresser to put my clothes in. I could finally feel comfortable. I also got to know my host family. I felt like I had a real connection with the mama who let me cook with her on charcoal in the yard at night. From then on, it was so much easier to enjoy things and actually feel happy. People often say that money can't make you happy and that people who don't have material goods have other things instead, like a very close circle of friends, for example. I believe there is a limit to that. I believe if you don't have a close person with you and a comfortable or a safe home, it is extremely difficult to be happy about anything. I have those things. These orphans don't. I think everyone should have access to a certain standard of living. It is a very difficult task, but I want to help. Laurence Lauzon, Quebec, Global Leadership Forum.